Now at 5, police warn about those expensive gift boxes at the curb, why hiding your holiday trash protects your home from thieves. Plus, record warm weather moves holiday celebrations outdoors.
Christmas Day strikes in Nigeria. I'm Olivia Rinaldi at the White House with why President Trump said he decided to launch an air attack against suspected Islamic militants.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News. I'm Anthony Saviello. The unusually warm December weather the 4 states is currently experiencing is going to change over the weekend. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Austin Stantz for more.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Today, another near record high today, 44 degrees out there, or excuse me, 74 degrees out there. You'll notice our high right around 3 o'clock this afternoon. That record high, 75, we just missed matching it by 1 degree today, but 70s again, can't complain. The changes coming next is going to be this low pressure system. We notice this trough heading east towards our region here. That's going to bring some rain, maybe even a few flurries. But beyond that is a pattern change here as we're going to see our flow start coming out of the northwest, bringing cooler temperatures as we head into next week. We'll talk about how we're shifting from a La Nina into an ENSO neutral phase and how that will affect our weather pattern coming up.
Austin, thanks. Well, during these colder months, it's also good to not only have your vehicle prepared, but to also have a survival kit prepared. Kansas Highway Patrol shares some items you should keep in mind when creating a kit. Have extra blankets or clothes, some jumper cables, first aid kits, ice scrapers, and flashlights. And with the temperatures dropping over the weekend, it's important to prepare your vehicle. Kansas Highway Patrol also sharing some things to check your vehicle for beforehand. Some things include making sure your gas is over half full, check tire threads for adequate traction, and make sure your windshield wiper blades are in good condition. Trash Services in Southeast Kansas is seeing about a 40% increase in holiday trash, which is about 140 tons. The amount of trash increases at the end of the holiday season. People are discarding Amazon boxes, wrapping paper, and many other things. Trash collectors and landfills prepare beforehand to take on the waste. Refuse collectors ask that the items are bagged up to collect the workers, help the workers collect them.
Well, we try to make sure each truck has a helper on the truck. We usually see about a 40% increase in trash during the holidays with the extra TV boxes that people get and wrapping paper and whatnot. So we try to make sure we've got plenty of help on the trucks and we make sure we get it all picked up.
Law enforcement also encourages people to hide the boxes of their more expensive gifts so potential criminals will not see them. Well, this record-breaking warm holiday stretch has families across the 4 states taking their celebrations outdoors. Employees at Tea Time in Webb City say they've seen some of their biggest crowds this week, and while the sports entertainment space is equipped with heaters for colder days, the warm weather has encouraged many to gather and celebrate the holidays outside.
2 days we've been open. We've been fully booked out, all 19 of our bays, and it has been phenomenal. Everybody just seems to be in the Christmas spirit right now, which makes everything so much better. Everyone's happy, and I think everyone's just really happy to get out of their houses for once and enjoy this weather.
Families across the 4 states will have more time to enjoy the warm temperatures through the weekend. A tractor trailer overturns in Seneca, Missouri, carrying 30,000 pounds of coffee creamer. Late last night, authorities responded to reports of the rollover on Missouri Highway 43. The vehicle dropped tires off the right side and overturned when trying to get back on the road. The driver was not injured, and Missouri Highway 43 will be closed until further notice. And powerful U.S. strikes hit ISIS forces in Nigeria, and the Ukraine war negotiations intensify. Olivia Rinaldi breaks down both stories from the White House.
Defense Department video shows what it says was a U.S. missile launch on Islamic State forces in Nigeria late Thursday. President Trump said on social media there were, quote, numerous perfect strikes against what he called ISIS terrorist scum who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. And Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said there's, quote, more to come. Video from northwest Nigeria appears to show locals holding metal debris with a fire burning in the background. President Trump did not offer additional details about the operation, including casualties or what was specifically targeted. Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell told CNN she wants a lot more information.
What are his plans? I believe under the War Powers Act, he needs to be coming to Congress. He needs to be talking to Congress.
The military action in Nigeria comes amid new movement to end Russia's nearly 4-year-old war in Ukraine. On Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told reporters he'll likely meet with President Trump in Florida on Sunday. He said there's a broad agenda, including security guarantees for Ukraine, with that 20-point plan under discussion about 90% ready. Zelensky's announcement came after he said he had a good conversation with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner on Christmas. Olivia Rinaldi, CBS News, the White House.
CBS News has reached out to the White House for comments. A Kremlin spokesman told reporters Friday that Moscow had already been in contact with U.S. representatives and, quote, it was agreed upon to continue the dialogue. Well, still ahead, a New York bridge club draws 100 players daily.
It's a century-old card game still going strong. I'm Michael George with the dedicated players keeping bridge alive.
And next in Health Watch, Georgia parents travel to Fort Worth for their baby's life-saving heart surgery, the research that made it possible.
Lewis and the Stateliners 2026 American Tour.
Well, topping today's Health Watch, North Texas doctors performing surgery others wouldn't attempt. A newborn with dual heart defects survives.
We came to Fort Worth hopeful and prayerful that this would be the place.
Sarah Ellen and Zach Beavers were expecting a baby girl last spring when doctors discovered a problem. The baby had a rare combination of hypoplastic left heart syndrome and Turner syndrome.
Her OBs had found that the left side of her heart had not developed.
The only real option was heart surgery.
If a baby with Turner syndrome did not get the Norwood surgery, in all likelihood that baby's not going to survive.
But this particular combination of issues led hospitals in Georgia and around the country to be wary of attempting the surgery.
A month prior to her being born, we found out that Georgia was off the table and that we needed to look elsewhere.
We just kind of felt like we were handed a death sentence, and we're like, God's got something a lot more planned for this, so we got to go figure out what it is.
Turns out there was a plan involving a North Texas medical student.
I was shocked, speechless, because I wasn't expecting such a quick turnaround.
Anisha Sarapalli had only just presented her research in March about positive outcomes at Cook Children's for newborns undergoing the Norwood surgery to rebuild their hearts.
And if it weren't for that being published, I think on March 5th, then the hospital that had previously said no, that referred us here, wouldn't have known to refer us here.
The Beavers arrived in Fort Worth on March 14th.
We also knew, hey, there's a chance you're coming to Texas and you go home empty-handed.
Hours after the Beavers welcomed their daughter to the world, she was rushed into open heart surgery. 2 surgeries, and 5 months later, Anna Claire was going home.
Hello? Welcome home, Beavers family, welcome home! She smiles and giggles, and her smile covers her whole face, and she's just joyful.
In Fort Worth, Bo Evans, CBS News, Texas.
Anna Claire's medical journey isn't over yet. Cook Children's plans more surgeries and a future heart transplant for Anna. Well, getting an appointment with your doctor can be hard enough, but how do you get the most out of a doctor's visit? Experts with the American Academy of Family Physicians says it's always smart to bring a list of symptoms and questions to your visit, and many people neglect their family medical history. It's important to ask your close relatives about the illnesses in the family and make sure your doctor knows about them. Looking for a good New Year's resolution? Maybe you should try reading more. A recent study found the percentage of Americans who read for pleasure has dropped from 28% to 16% in the past few decades. An AP report suggests setting aside time in your day for reading and try and avoid distractions, including your phone. Reading can reduce stress, increase creativity, and boost empathy. That's a look at today's health news. A little later, competition stays in the cards at this New York Bridge Club, where trust and strategy win the day.
The weekend starts with record-setting temperatures, but it'll end with showers and bitterly cold temperatures to start next week. Details coming up.
And Ulysses families facing crisis. Thank you.
Well, we saw near record-setting temperatures today, going to see record temperatures tomorrow as well, but big changes in the forecast. Right now, getting a look at your Skywatch storm tracker, we'll see just a little bit of cloud cover beginning to move in tonight. We'll continue to see some cloud cover build in as we head into tomorrow as well. Now take a look right now. As I mentioned, off to our west, you'll notice more significant cloud cover off to the west there. That will begin to move in this weekend, where we will start to see some overcast skies during the evening hours of your Saturday. But right now, today we saw clear skies, plenty of sun out there today, a beautiful sunset as well. Taking a look at current conditions, it's 69 degrees outside right now, still very mild out there. Winds were very calm today out of the north, right around 3 miles per hour. We're seeing those dew points only around 49, so there's not a ton of moisture out there right now, which is another reason we haven't seen much cloud cover. But we are, as I mentioned, seeing those winds out of the north right now. That will change as we head into the evening hours tonight. Those winds going to shift and come back out of the south, having our temperatures surge once again tomorrow back into the 70s. Here's a look at downtown Joplin provided by our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex camera. You'll see not much going on in terms of wind out there with our flags just kind of waving ever so slightly tonight. We are seeing just really beautiful conditions out there. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, taking a walk with the dog, potentially just going outside, having dinner outside tonight would be a great option, as well as we're not going to see windy conditions. Heading into the evening, we'll see temperatures in the 60s into the overnight hours, eventually dropping into the 50s overnight tonight. We'll see temperatures right around 54 degrees. A mild evening tonight. Winds will begin to pick up heading into tomorrow, around 5 to 10 miles per hour overnight, but picking up into near the mid-20s. Now, here's where we start to see some changes. Record temperatures again likely for Saturday. Heading into Sunday, 65 degrees. That high temperature, we're going to hit that early in the morning and then head down from there as we're going to see a system begin to move in that's going to bring rain chances, maybe even a few flurries, and then some bitterly cold temperatures behind it. Here's our upper flow map, about 18,000 feet. We see this low pressure system here, and we notice that because we see this trough starting to dig in. That's going to push eastward into our region. As we see this trough begin to develop, that flow changes out of the northwest. That is where that cooler air is going to pull from. But throughout Saturday, we still have our flow here out of the southwest, bringing in those warmer temperatures. By Sunday, that system right here arrives. Now we have temperatures coming out of the northwest here that are going to bring in some bitterly cold temperatures as a cold front passes behind this low pressure system here. Let's talk about how this is beginning to develop. We're going to see our moisture begin to surge as well. We're going to see here dew points begin into the 60s. That is going to bring the chance for some showers to develop here as well. Let's talk about the timing of some of those showers. Heading into Saturday, we start seeing our winds begin to pick up significantly into Saturday night. Notice wind gusts anywhere around 30 miles per hour. Off to the corner of your screen here, here's that cold front that pushes in along with that rainfall. 30, 40 miles per hour possible there. Taking a look at what it's going to feel like outside as this begins to push in, heading from Sunday into Monday. Temperature's going to feel like the single digits out there. Let's get a look at your 10-day forecast. And as we look ahead, we're seeing a transition here from what was a La Nina into a neutral pattern. That is going to shift our jet stream further south, which is going to keep cooler temperatures throughout the rest of January into February as well.
Well, here's the thing. Yesterday, Monday, said 32. Today it says 34. If we get that extra 2 degrees, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, we would definitely take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Austin. Well, the Art Forms Gallery in Pittsburgh is bringing an ancient art form back into focus. A local instructor is teaching simple basket weaving techniques, a skill she first learned decades ago and has wanted to share again with the community. The class introduces students to traditional over-under weaving using natural reed materials, including bamboo sourced from tropical regions. Basket weaving dates back thousands of years, originally used to create containers before modern tools existed.
Today I'm offering a basket weaving workshop, something that I did, I like to say, in the last century because it was in the 90s. And I've always wanted to get back to it, so I have offered basket weaving classes here. It's simple basket.
The workshop is one of several art classes hosted at Art Forms Gallery, offering the community a chance to learn, create, and take home a skill they can keep using. Coming up, it's not easy to learn but impossible to quit inside New York's thriving bridge community.
It's the holiday savings event at Sofa City.
TV 4 States KOAM 7.3.
Topping today's Consumer Watch, the card game your grandparents loved is fighting for survival. How New York bridge enthusiasts keep that tradition alive.
At the Honors Bridge Club, competition is always in the cards.
2 hearts, 3 clubs. So I really don't like leading declarers suits.
Bridge, a centuries-old card game that some consider a bit old school, is still going strong at this New York club, where dozens come to play every day. Julie Radin picked up the game 2 years ago.
I retired and I wanted something to do, but to keep my brain active once I retired. And I thought this was a good opportunity to meet people now that I was no longer working.
Interesting. I would pass. Do you see what happened?
Bridge instructor Maya Jonas Silver says while the game is popular with seniors, their club has members of all ages.
We have, 100 people a day on a lot of days coming in to play bridge here. We get working professionals, students, kind of a whole array of people.
It's also not unusual to see rookies playing alongside some of the best. Sandra Rimstedt is a bridge world champion.
There's always more to learn. It's a social game. You get to meet so many interesting people from all over the world.
But the club's managing partner, Jeff Bayonne, cautions the game may not be for everyone.
Now, is bridge easy to pick up?
No. No.
You're supposed to be selling me on this.
Some people take to it and some people don't. Bridge is not a solitary game. It's a partnership. You and your partner have to work together.
Those partnerships keep people coming back. You can't play without a partner, and you can't win without trust.
Are you hooked?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have friends that I've made here, lifelong friends, people that I otherwise would not have met.
It's a place where you just might find a community, if you play your cards right. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Final check of the forecast, next.
A 4-state hero.
Up next on the CBS Evening News, you know the flamingo, but you probably haven't seen one in the wild. That may be changing. Tonight on the CBS Evening News, we'll show you the hopeful signs coming out of Florida's Everglades. Then on KOAM News at 6, the warm weather is bringing people outside more and to the golf courses. Plus, learn more about the holiday waste issue in Southeast Kansas and the tradition of basket weaving as it is offered in a Pittsburgh class on December 28th. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. And I can't get over how awesome it is. I enjoyed some golf outside today. It was a pretty great day.
Yeah, some record temperatures, near record temperatures today, record temperatures for your Saturday, but then a cold front and passing system going to bring rain chances heading into Sunday afternoon and evening. So yeah, we're going to see the potential for a messy commute on Monday morning.
Yeah, not looking forward to that, but we're going to enjoy what we have while we got it. Well, it's time to put on your skates. This is a live look from the Glide under the Square Pavilion in Fort Scott. For just $5, skaters of all experience levels can go to Fort Scott and enjoy this. The synthetic ice will be there until mid-January, so get into the winter spirit despite the 70 degrees outside. It is there until January 4th. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. We'll be right back here at 6. Have a great night.